to Vlogmas day 1. As you can tell, I'm not home. Gladly not home. I'm actually at Dolphin House in Diani. And let me just say, so I've not even fully settled. I haven't at all. My suitcase is still there. My bags are still there. My laptop is there, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But this was supposed to be, well, one, I knew about this trip a couple months ago. We'd kind of arranged it because, let me settle down. I found somewhere else to kind of place myself as I talk about this, but let me get cozy actually. So, I knew about this trip a couple months ago. We planned it as part of a typical PR trip, which is I don't pay for the property. I get to kind of experience it and share my thoughts on it. Usually before I even go to the property, I've seen pictures and I have a feeling I'm gonna like it, right? Like I'm not gonna just like go blindly and then be like, oh, sorry, this is like, no. So I'd seen the photos and I knew it looked lovely. I saw their Instagram page as well and I was like, oh, looks like a lovely property, open to it, set the dates, good to go. And as the days drew closer, I knew that this for me would be like a trip to unwind, especially after like a really hectic 2 weeks. I actually was even putting it on my stories today that I feel spiritually and mentally spent, that I'm like approaching zero, like I'll have nothing for anyone, and these are the moments where I can get really, I can go into a burnout, and then I just, it's like I disappear. I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to talk to anyone. I feel so this trip for me, given that I knew that this was going to be like a pretty hectic week, this was like my calm, it'll just be me. I did mention it to a couple people if they wanted to come, but it wasn't even for a hangout. It was more like, there's this property, if you want to come, you can. It's not like a let's hold hands and do everything together. It's just like, do you want to chill? Do you want to like just, you know, that kind of situation. But essentially it was going to be like my wind down. I also asked Sabrina, who you guys know that I work with, and she takes a lot of my photos. I asked Sabrina if she wanted to come. We could kind of create content, but from the very beginning I said to her, it's going to be a very slow-paced situation. It's not like the typical high intensity, stop, do this, and then next time wake up at 6 a.m. It wasn't that. It was like a more slow-paced situation. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. Last week Sabrina says to me, do you want to bring our kids? And I was like, no, I feel that I need to step away from any role that asks that I show up, you know, that I show up as a mom, I show up as a content creator or a collaborator or a whatever, like all the other things that I'm doing in my life. I kind of just need a moment to step away from that and this be very like self-serving. So I didn't go into all of those details. I just was like, no. And she was like, we could bring both our kids. And I was like, I'm not sure that'll be that's what I've envisioned for this shoot. She's like, let me know if you change your mind. And I was like, I just know in my heart I'm not going to change my mind. I walked through the property once. It wasn't even a proper walkthrough. I just kind of went into the different rooms. Immediately, I knew I made a mistake. Immediately. So I sat down and I booked their flights. So my mom and my little one are going to come tomorrow, which I'm so excited about, but it's going to be a really quick trip for them, like a quick turnaround. For me too. We're here to just for 4 days, give or take. But I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know what I envisioned, but what I love and I find so endearing about the property, and I will show you and not just talk about it, but it's how intimate it feels. And I knew it was a villa, but I don't know what I thought. I'm not entirely sure. So the noise you're hearing is because there's construction happening in different parts of the property. I will show you what they have at the top, up at the front. It's so cute. It's so perfect for like a lover's getaway. If you want a very chill situation, that would be perfect. If you want a family setup I think this property sleeps 12. It sleeps 12, and I was just ready to be like, no, it's just gonna be me and Sabrina. And Sabrina wasn't even staying the whole time. She was just here for a couple of days and then was gonna leave. And I was like, yeah, it's just gonna be me. I don't want to see anyone or interact with anyone. I'm just happy. And now I'm like, Mom, pack your bag quick. You're coming tomorrow. So I'm so excited. I've booked their flight. Their flights, my mom and my little one, and we're just gonna have a chill situation. I'm just so happy. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I'm not gonna give you a quick tour because my legs get so stuck very quickly. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a quick tour because I don't know if it'll have the same appeal for you, because I do think that there's people who enjoy the setup with like lots more rooms and lots more people, and you just want you want people around you. Like if it's too quiet, you might just be like, oh, where am I? But for the people who enjoy like an intimate villa setup with your own private pool, you don't have to worry about your bags being left anywhere or phones or anything, except for the monkeys, which by the way, they go into bags, and I know this because they tore into one of my bags the last time I was in Diani. It's just a private situation, and I treasure that. I treasure that so much. Anyway, enough talking. Let's do a quick house tour. So you've got the kitchen and a little island. There you've got your table. Then you've got the outdoor lounge. And then you've got a larger table, which is probably where most of the eating happens. And then for the floor plan on the ground floor, there is a room. This is the setup. Just a nice, lovely lounge. And oh my god, I love this so much. I love this so much. And then there's a bedroom here. It's like the perfect family, like extended family. If you've got like brothers and sisters with kids and their partners and all of that, this would be a wonderful setup for that. Just love it. And then a bathroom down that way as well. Okay, here we are, top floor. Oops. With a little, is this called a Juliet window? I'm not sure, like Romeo and Juliet situation. I'm not entirely sure. So bathroom is out here for the primary bedroom, and then you've got your massive bed and your little lounge area. And then this little corner is the library. Oh. And you overlook the property, and I'm going to show you down that way, because that's when I decided I'm definitely making the call and I'm buying these tickets. Here's an entire pool to us. I love it. That's the pool house and changing room. There, that's it. That's the Coco Hut. Oh, so cool. They're calling it the Coco Hut. I'm gonna dub it like James Bond occasionally comes here with a gorgeous woman and spends the whole day in bed. Because that's what it feels like. So first, it actually is rather modest in that it's really small. Oh, can I unlock this? Let me unlock this actually. There we go. Let's unlock this. So you'd have seen the entrance there. That's the path, and you come all the way around. You have your little like cabana over here. In fact, I believe they're constructing. So I came at a time when they were constructing quite a bit, so there was a lot happening, but that's because they wanted to prep it for the busy season, and I understand that completely. So they're building another one there, and it should be done in the next 2 days, I want to say. And it'll be similar to this, which just feels so removed. There's also 2 hammocks right there. You can't really see it because of the lighting. Oh, and a little table out here. But this is it. This is the entire setup. It's just really simple. You've got your little desk, you've got your mini fridge and sink and little kitchenette situation. And then, oh, of course, the bed over here. I've not also just, that's obviously not usually there. I've come at a time when I just opened the door and I wanted to vlog and show you guys. But this is what feels really dreamy to me. It's this bathroom with its own little skylight, and I think that can even come off completely. They can like take it off completely should you need to, but it just casts like a nice little glow in here. Look at that. Look at the walls. I almost wish that entire, I don't know what I want. I love the curve of this. I love that wooden part. I love the light, and I know the room can't have this much light, otherwise no one's gonna have a good night's rest. But there's something that's so dreamy about this setup. Then you've got your little toilet here, but also look at the sink. Look at the sink. The sink is beautiful. I mean, I love it. I love this. This must be like reclaimed wood. This could have easily been a dowel. I don't know for sure, don't quote me, but it's just stunning. No, you're kidding. I hadn't even noticed that this is a palm tree holding it up. Oh my goodness. This is lovely. See what I mean by it's got like a James Bond vibe? Like I'm sure you watched a James Bond movie where all he had was like a little bed and he probably showered in the ocean, who knows. But he had a lovely woman with him, like a gorgeous woman with him. And then you've got the ocean right there, and that's the gate. You just go out there and the ocean is like, I don't know, maybe just a few feet ahead there. It's just lovely. This is the couple's dream, an actual couple's dream. Good morning, you guys. I didn't vlog yesterday. I didn't pick up my camera once, even though I carried it with me everywhere. But yesterday ended up being, well, it was a multiple. It was multiple of things. First, it was the day that I realized that this isn't going as planned, in that it wasn't as slow-paced and relaxed as I was hoping it would be. And I started to like kind of even put boundaries, just to be like, okay, you can't be doing everything at the same time and saying yes to everything else. I don't know how to explain it, but it was the moment I was like, oh, okay, got it. This isn't working. Put an actual out of office email. I don't know why I forget that that even exists, but yeah, I put like my out of office email to go out, just for any emails that were coming in. I ended up spending part of the day, like a good chunk of the day, shooting with Sabrina. And then obviously my mom and my little lady came in yesterday, and I've never checked on anyone more than I did on them, just being like, where are you now? What's happening? Have you gotten on the flight? Is it delayed? Have you landed? Okay, is he there? Has he picked you up? Are you in the car? Okay, where are you? Are you at the gate? I was just so excited. And just a second. Sorry about that. Clearly we're at the swimming pool and there's like swimming taking place now. But today is the first time since getting here where I feel like a little bit more at peace, and just and not as yeah, as stressed out as I've been the last couple of days, just like trying to get things up and running and up and out. And today's the first day that I was like, oh, in fact, I switched off my alarm. That's another thing. I always have an alarm for 6 a.m. on a weekday, regardless of what time my day starts. I always have an alarm for 6 a.m. Sometimes I wake up before the alarm. Sometimes I need the alarm to just kind of like get me up and going. I switched it off last night because I'd been having the alarm and just be like, okay, I need to wake, okay, I need to. So this morning I'm like, oh my God, I've slept in for a long, whoo, slept in for a long. It was 6:30, 6:30 a.m. when my body naturally was like, ah. But yeah, and I still feel like I'm just so grateful that I have like a moment to just slow down. I do have one more shoot that I want to do with Sabrina, which is why I'm all dolled up by the pool. I don't usually look like this on a holiday, but one more shoot and a possible Zoom call that I have to take in the morning, and then it's all relaxed. It's all chill time. It's all like do nothing, just take it easy. Which means I don't even know how exciting this vlog will be, but you know, we'll see. They have a zip line, ladies and gentlemen. They have a zip line. My mom's gonna film me. Mom, are you gonna go too?
Oh yeah.
Steady.
I'm walking around, feeling free, thinking about what's happened to me from July up till now. Don't know where, don't know how. Lately I've come to realize that I can't see it in your eyes, so it's true. I'm so glad you feel it too. Nothing to hide.
Different day, same shirt. Guys, I'm gonna say it. I'm the worst vlogger. I've been the worst vlogger on this trip. It's just, there's a lot that's been happening all at the same time. I've taken lots of really cute photos though. Follow me on Instagram. Vlogging, it's not been the easiest. I mean, I'm also here with my mom and my little lady, so it's not like the most ideal time to vlog. I do feel like I need a trip here, another trip back here, but it's all adults maybe, and that might give it a different vibe, and it might be a lot easier to vlog, I want to say. I hope it's not too windy also. But yeah, it's the last day here, and all I've done every day is like, hi, I'm here. Sorry about that. But I've had a slightly busy morning, but I've told myself I'm gonna give myself an hour. I was gonna say I've left my phone back there. I did not leave my phone back there because I was trying to film something to put up on Chasing Paper Books later this month. But I'm gonna give myself an hour to just like and read a little bit. The book I'm currently reading is this book, The Most Fun We Ever Had. It is a fantastic book. It's also a big book. It's like 500 plus pages. I am a fifth of the way in. I'm on page 140, and it's I don't know, it's like it's making me feel some type of way, and I like books that do that just kind of make you feel something. I don't want to spoil much, and let me just go through it a little bit. Let me at least get halfway before I actually make any conclusive remarks about the book. But so far, so good. But yeah, yeah, it's been, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, it's not like been like really strong vlog mode, and I just hope that the rest of Vlogmas will be a little bit better than this, because this isn't a great start. However, I do know that my shipment from Savo store has come in, and so I can finally put up my Christmas tree when I get back. We get back in this evening, but tomorrow I'm gonna put up my Christmas tree, which then will make it feel festive, because I feel unfestive, which is odd for me. I don't really feel like I'm there yet. But having the Christmas tree up will definitely bring that mood and the life back. At least for me it will, and it'll make everything feel a little bit more vlogmasy. Yeah, so next vlog is gonna be good. This one, I apologize in advance. In fact, I have some clips that I shot maybe a week ago from an event that I went to, and maybe I'll insert those here. It might be a little odd given that I filmed that before this trip, but because I really just don't know how conclusive this vlog is, and I've not, like, I gave you a house tour on the first day. The second day I said I'm gonna vlog more. The second day I didn't vlog because I was filming the whole day with Sabrina. Third day I said I was gonna vlog. I didn't end up vlogging because I had this big meeting that took hours. Like, it took hours and it literally drained me. It was energetically a lot for me, and ended up, I'm not kidding, like I think I waited, like I was on that call, I want to say 2.5 hours, and then it was lunch, and after I ate I just kind of wanted to decompress, so I didn't pick up the camera. And then there's today, which is the day we're supposed to leave. I think I should be having like 6-day trips. That way at least the first 3 days are spent doing, excuse me, Mr. Crow, jeez. First 3 days are spent doing stuff, getting work done, getting the shots, all of that, and then the next 3 are like slowing down, and I'm able to pick up the camera more. Anyway, I think I might include those clips here, but also just thank you for your patience with me, and trust me, it's gonna get better, I hope. Hello you guys. Oh my gosh, I've had such a lovely afternoon. As you'd have seen, I was at the Roche-Posay event. They were launching their new formula for their sunscreen range. That's the Anthelios range, which they're iconic for. They're known, loved worldwide for their sunscreen. If you haven't already, I would highly suggest trying them out, and especially now that they've improved on the formula. And there's so many things I want to talk about, and I don't know if you can tell, like I'm like buzzing in the nicest way possible. The one thing I want to note is that it feels like my skin is like a different, is my face y'all, can you just, like, in the kindest way possible, let me know if you think the foundation isn't a great match? I feel like in person it looks okay, but sometimes when I pick up the camera I'm like, what is that color? Did I look like that the whole time? It might even be the night light and the color orange playing up with the colors. I don't know, but I'd love to see what you think. But anyway, so they're launching a new product. I'm going to show you quickly what some of those things are. But before we even jump into that, and La Roche-Posay as a brand, which I freaking love, I just want to say, like, sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised by how you can form a connection with someone in a very, like, just like nice, simple, non-attached way. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I think it's, sometimes I think as an adult, like, it almost feels like growing up, or in your life, if you look at your life as this like spectrum, there's, when you're younger, your capacity and potential to make friends and to find friendships, it's like huge, massive. But then the older you get, the harder it is to find friends that are just like these connections, because I guess so much has happened and there are all these nuances, and so it just feels like it's sometimes it feels like it's harder to find the right connections, or and maybe even for someone like me who's an introvert, I could also just very much be like, I'm fine with like 2 friends, thanks, that's it. Like, I'm good. But in the last year, and this year specifically, I feel like I have allowed myself, to be open to receive and embrace and completely commit to a connection with someone. And I've found myself connecting with all kinds of women, and that's over like the oddest thing. It could just really be like one little thing, and like it just becomes like a full-blown conversation, and not that it even has to turn into a friendship. It's not like we'll be like calling each other and just being like, like what's happening, come over, or whatever. But it's just, wow, that was a really good connection. And events like the one I went to today usually make me really uncomfortable. If I'm being very honest, I think part of the reason I try not to go for events is because I just, from the moment I walk into a space and there's many people, and there weren't even that many people. I think when I walked into the space there may have been 10 people, but it was 10 people I didn't know, and my first thing is to like go to a corner. I think that, like, I don't know, I guess it's my way of like self-preservation. I don't know what it is, but go to a corner, just like sit, like almost hide. Like the place I went to when I walked in, before we got into the lounge itself, was like a corner, and it's like I want to just like disappear into this place. And then the minute I find someone, and that's like when Tatiana walked in, I was like, okay, Tatiana's my person. Like that's, I kind of almost like attach myself to someone. And then, but Tatiana was with her friend and she had Nouba, and Jules ended up sitting on our table when we first walked in. And so it was like, okay, cool, I'm attaching myself to Jules. Like I'm like if you leave me with like, I start to panic. I don't know how to explain it. It's just an uncomfortable feeling. The older I've gotten, the better I've learned to mask it and to manage it and to just like, you know, go with it. When I was younger, I would like heart palpitations. I'd be really nervous. Like even thinking about that there's an event a week from now, I'd start to think about like, oh my gosh, that means I have to like speak to people and like introduce myself and all of that. But we're just going. But the point of all this is that you just never know. Like just because I attach myself to like I kind of have the person that I want to have, you know, I'm just going to talk to the most. And that's what I mean by attaching myself. Like it's the one person I'm going to be like, yep, just going to sit next to you. Yep, we're just going to, yeah, hang out. And this whole thing may seem strange given that I vlog. And you might think like, what are you talking about? Like you're on the internet every day. Like what are you even talking about? I'm with a camera. It's me and a camera, and like no one else is in this room. So I'm fine with this. People, I just start to, I don't know, I just get like, and I guess in some ways it can make me look like a mean person, or I'm just like I don't want to sit with you, I'm too blah. I don't generally care if it makes me look like that. I used to care a lot, and especially when I'd heard people say that I'm a mean girl, and I just, you know, I'm full of myself, and I'd be like, oh my god, I have to really make sure that next time I just like get over it and speak to people so that they know I'm not trying to be like, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to be funny, I don't want to look, I'm not trying to be full of myself. But the older I've gotten, I'm less concerned about what people might think. I kind of like in my head I'm like, like half the battle has been won. We're here, Sharon. Like you're here, that's great. Now just find someone. Point is, I just had a really lovely afternoon getting to know Jules. And she's someone who like I've seen, you know, we've met a few like here and there and stuff, but it was just like a really lovely chat and a really lovely conversation. And it's just moments like these that I think, wow, there's so much out there, like so many different like conversations waiting to happen and connections over like all sorts of things. It could be home decor, it could be kids, it could be trauma, it could be, you name it. It's just this year I've had like a couple of those moments, just with the most in the most unexpected places, and not to say that it needs to blossom into something big and like meaningful and just like wow, but it's just, I'm grateful for a lovely afternoon in a situation that generally makes me really like tense and self-conscious and nervous, and just I tend to just like just go to a corner and just like it turned out lovely. Anyway, La Roche was also launching. Besides like really just like wholesome chats with Jules, La Roche also launched, or we're at least introducing a new launch. I think it's been in the market internationally for a few months now, but locally we now have the new formulas for their sunscreens. I did get to speak at some point. Tats and I got to speak and just share our experience with the brand, because we've been working with La Roche for the last couple of years, and I feel so honored to work with this brand. And I know I've said this before to you, but the reason La Roche feels like the real deal is because it's about the science. Like, they're there to heal people who've had such traumatic skin conditions or concerns, whether that's burns or extreme eczema, or even people, cancer patients, because cancer tends to like really dry up their skin. They deal with people who've like experienced really difficult, traumatic skin issues, and that's where they start from. So if they're starting from there, it's not the trendy. They're not like, oh, this is the cool trendy thing to do, you know, like everyone's talking about skincare. It's not that. And I'm sure at some level there's like, you know, like trying to see what the audience or the market is like interested in, and, you know, kind of marketing it from a certain perspective. But at the core, at the heart of it, it's really about science, and it's about healing. It's about healing people and changing people's lives. And that trickles down then into every product, and the formulas and the scientists and the research and the money and the time that goes into the product. So I don't know. I guess I'm saying like that there are other brands that I really love. Now you don't believe me. Like, no, they're brands that I love and I enjoy using. I do, and I will continue to be a customer. But it feels sometimes that there's a heavy marketing side to it. Like, it's just like market. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not even sure if I should continue talking or if I'm just gonna look like I'm talking crap about some brands. No, it's not about that. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I feel really proud and really honored to be working with this brand, and to have been working with them for the last couple of years. It's just so grateful. Anyway, let's just talk skincare. So the dress code was a touch of orange. I went full on orange, and I wore the Cosmos dress from my collection. It's the orange midi. Paired it with sandals, because you know by now that comfort is king as far as I'm concerned. At the very end, I'm so happy, but Sheila, who works at La Roche and someone that like we have like regular contact with, I've been working with her for a few years now, but she let me grab this from the table, which is really cool because I've seen this for the longest time, but I've never tried this version of the sunscreen. I've tried, I think we all know by now, this is my jam. I love this product so much. And so this is the, by the way, Anthelios UV Moon 400. I'm sure it's now on MyDawa. I will link it below for you. But yeah, this is the newest formula, and it's supposed to be even better when it comes to sun protection. I've also used this one, but I have a weird relationship with this one because this is what I accidentally bought when I was in France, when I thought I was buying the spray version of the sunscreen. Not this spray version that we know, not that one. I thought I was buying like the mist, the one that you can put over makeup. Instead I picked up this one, so I kind of like, I see it and I'm just like, you're not what I thought you were. Okay, I made a mistake. This is the lotion version, for the record. That's the spray version, and they've got the spray version for kids and for adults, and then we've got their iconic thermal water, spring water, which you can just like, yeah. Oh, that actually feels so amazing. At the La Roche-Posay center itself in the town, they have like thermal baths. Like, you can get into that because it's got healing properties, and it's it kind of heals. It starts the healing process whenever if you've got any like rashes or like skin issues. It just it soothes, and I think that's the main thing. It helps to soothe, and I think also has some healing properties. Not entirely sure what, but from what I remember, they've gone above and beyond to make sure that the springs there are like untouched, you know, that there's no I think they like bought lots of land around the spring so that no chemicals from like, I don't know, pesticides or whatever it is terminates or contaminates the water. And then what I think is a box of tissues. I'm not sure, but that's, yeah, I'm almost certain those are tissues. Might be wrong, don't quote me, I don't know. And then I thought I would show you guys some items that I got from Spritz, which is it in here? Oh, no. We opened it yesterday. We didn't have power. There was like a nationwide blackout, and Monty was here, and we were like, okay, let's just like, you know, open this little package. But she put everything back, or at least tried to put everything back, because she was like, because you know, when you film, if you film, you should be able to just open it from the box, which I thought was really cool. Spritz, this is Spritz Essentials, which was the founder is Shilendinda, who runs Spritz Hair Studio at Greenhouse. And first of all, there was a card in here that even had my name. Now, am I gonna find it? Probably not. Oh yeah, how cool is that? Hi Sharon, that's what it said. Oh, so this was for the scalp massager, so it must be in here. Yes, that's it. It's not hard. I don't know if it might look like it is, but because of those, but it's actually like quite soft, and it's like rubber. It's probably gonna feel so good. So that's the scalp massager, and I think I saw that they might have a discount running at the moment. I'm not entirely sure, but I will link them down below for you guys. There are some items here that I think would make some really good gifts for your hair enthusiast. Did I remove it? Oh yeah, here. Look at this. Like, I did not know that we'd gotten really fancy when it comes to edges. I will be honest, it's been a while since I laid my edges. Like, I've actually just, I'm like, my edges will do what edges do for a while now. But if I ever sleek my hair back, you want it to like be smooth, then this is like the perfect texture for that. And this, like, I love it. I love it. This is staying. This I'm actually gonna keep. I have another one like this, but I want to keep the Spritz one, and then I'll probably give away the other one that I have. But it's so handy. It comes in so handy when you're doing like unbraiding or like trying to get the like braids out or corners out or something like that. But also whenever I've tried to, like, you know, what did I had the curls recently when I went to the salon, and I was using this to like fluff up my hair, and it just was like perfect. So I think this would also make a really good gift. We love this in this house, I'm just gonna say that. This one I'm keeping for myself, a spray bottle, and this is one that comes in white. I do have another spray bottle, but I want to keep the Spritz one just because, you know, cool. I wanna just have some Spritz merch in my life, so I'm probably gonna give the other one I have to someone I know. And then we've got scalp hair growth oil. Oh, I wonder what this has. It thickens and promotes hair growth. And then we've got avocado oil. Oh, nice. I actually haven't used any like avocado oil type product. What do I mean by that? Like just oils, like whether it's coconut, jojoba, avocado, whatever it is. I haven't done just plain oil in my hair in a minute. And then it was packed in like this lovely box that had tissue paper that says Spritz Essentials all over. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Anyway, oh, and now that it's here, I might as well just show you. But I've been rocking have I a lot? I think once or twice in the last couple of weeks. Just been rocking the iconic Nouba Millebaci. My favorite is number 42. I actually have a box of these going into, it's not focused, there we go. I have a bunch of these going into the giveaway. Oh, it's looking really good, really juicy. So excited for whoever is going to win every week. And I'm just really excited for Christmas. Today my Tats was like, Sharon, I just feel like you need to like find a Christmas gig. I don't know, like be an ambassador for Christmas. I don't know what it is. And I was like, I accept, universe. I accept. I can just be like, I don't know what a Christmas gig is. I was like, do I just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm happy to take on Mrs. Christmas. I was actually even talking to the lady, it was Rebecca, Tats, and Jules, and I was just sharing why I like Christmas so much and why I love it, it means so much to me. And it's not because it was anything special when I was growing up, and I know I talked about this last year in the first vlog, I believe, but it's because it offers me an opportunity to create. It's like a full month where I can decide every day is like a birthday almost, you know, and there's gonna be like a little present, there's gonna be like chocolate advent calendars, and there's gonna be baking, and there's gonna be extra family time with people that I love and I care about. We've already even started to schedule things in December, and like, what are you doing on this day, friend? And like we've got like, just, I don't know, it's the end of the year, and it just feels like and then I think what I also want is to turn Nairobi into like some of these cities like London, and from what I've seen, what London becomes at Christmas, that's what I want. Last year, my friend who's from the UK, she took her girls and son back for Christmas, and she was sending me pictures. They had, I don't know if it was like a Christmas market or if it was like a garden center, I don't know, but there was a farmer who had reindeers. This guy had reindeers. I just really want that. That's what I want to do in Nairobi. I just want to have like a street with like lights and Father Christmas. And we'll have our own version of Father Christmas. We'll create whoever we want that to look like and be, and but then there's just like good vibes, and we could turn it into our own, so that if it's hot weather, we're not like trying to dress, you know, cold, and there's no snow. We're not doing any of that. We're just making it our own. And who doesn't want that? It's like a full month of like, it's an opportunity. That's what I'm about. Anyway, I'm done talking Christmas. I'm done talking products. I'm done talking friendships. I'm done talking adulthood. I'm done talking. I'm gonna go wash me makeup off. I will link this dress in the description box, even though by the time you're watching this, it won't be on offer anymore. But again, thank you for the love on the collection. At this point, we've sold out pretty much everything, and we're in pre-orders, and I'm just really excited. I can't wait for people to get their pieces. It has taken a little bit longer, but I think by this weekend, oh no, by the time this video goes up, people would have started to receive their orders, at least I believe so. It's been a little bit hectic, but there will be communication out. If just maybe check emails, and just there would be a communication as to when to expect your packages. But I can't wait to see people in them. I can't wait.